On-air tests of the CB to Zello gateway by Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform, or 26 Charlie Tango 730 if you catch me on 11 metres and PMR 446.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform, or 26 Charlie Tango 730 if you catch me on 11 metres and PMR 446. Okay, so we have got, what I've done is, now I've got that antenna up and all the common mode issues sorted, as you would have seen in the previous video, I've connected it now into the TTI TCB 550 and set it up for the Zello gateway, and the computer is now running for that. The unfortunate problem I've got with that is I've had to turn the squelch on the TTI TCB 550 quite hard, and that's not ideal. So it does work, and I can demonstrate that. If we go to channel 11 on this handheld, I'm going to turn off the Grant 2 for this, and I can demonstrate. So there's the handheld. It's only got a little bit of battery. My phone's in my hand here. If I press the button on my phone, and it should key up. Turn volume up. There's a bit of buzz on the transmission, but that's because I'm in a room and it's picking it up. I'm not sure where it's picking it up from though. So, it actually sounds a bit quieter than I'd like. But it was sounding over the top on the, check that out. So it was sounding a bit over the top on the Grant 2, so I just thought I'd just try and turn the volume down and see if I could make it sound any better. So, because obviously I don't want it over deviating, because then I'll be transmitting across about 3 channels at once, and that's not ideal. So, it does work, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab the other handheld. I'm going to have a quick walk around the block and see whether the signal strength fluctuates a little bit. It shouldn't do, because that antenna is alright, it's working, it's tuned and everything. So let's see what happens. So, got my phone, it's logged into Zello. I've just managed to minimise Zello, but it is logged into Zello, so we're good. I just can't turn my phone off now, anyway. So let's see what's what with it in the local area. Before I do anything else with the handheld, I'm actually down in the car, so I'm going to go to channel 11, which is what I'm using, and I'm going to see if it actually wakes up on here. Might cause some feedback, so just be warned. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Seems okay. Let's try it the other way. Again, might cause some feedback. Zello gateway test from Thunderpole T-3000.
Zello gateway test from Thunderpole T-3000.
I'd say that's a success. How about that? Right, so I'm going to start walking down the street now. It's too hot in the car to sit in the car, so I'm going to be doing some further tests with that later on. And I'm going to see if I can see how many of my colleagues actually have Zello and whether they'd be willing to help. Or even know what it is. So, I don't know. Might be worth it, but they won't be on video. So, I'm going to have a wander around and see what the signal strength is on that with its stock rubber duck. I'll see you soon. Okay guys, spot the difference? Yeah, I'm sure you can. The potentiometer has lost its cover. Still set it on and off, but you know, can't do a lot there. So I've gone round the back of the houses where it's a bit more of an obstruction. So if I key up here, right, it's keyed up. It takes a while for it to go through though. 1, 2. Yeah, there's some impulse noise on that transmission. I'll just drop the key. Yeah, there's also a bit of a delay going on. My phone's in my pocket, so let's put that back on. I'll see if I can get an S-meter reading. This is going to be interesting. 2 seconds while I grab my phone. So grab my phone, bearing in mind this is on the stock rubber duck. Let's see what the S-meter reading is. Okay, so on the stock rubber duck for this, it's an S5. That's not too bad. Don't worry about the echo. because I can soon get rid of it like that. So there's less delay going into the Zello network than there is coming out. It's interesting. So I'll go a bit further away, see what happens. Okay, so with my slightly odd looking handheld now, I've got the trees in the way and everything down the side of the leisure centre in Catterick Garrison. The leisure centre is currently closed because of COVID-19. So we've got that. If I key up here, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. There's still impulse noise at the home end, so if I key up now, I'm just going to have to move the camera a bit to do this, just so I can grab the headset button. We are still getting, actually no, we're getting better than that. We're getting an S5 to S9, depending on where I stand. It's S5 at the moment, and you can hear it echoing away, which it will. Yeah, it depends where I stand, I guess S5 or S9. That's kind of interesting, that. I'd use my other radio, but the battery's running low on that. Okay, I'll just drop the key. People listening in might think I'm absolutely nuts. Because that antenna can transmit a bit further than the other one. So, actually, we'll keep that on, don't I? So, that's impressive. Now I'm going to test it with, well, let's see. How can I put this? Lots of metal in the way. Okay, so I've just keyed up in front of lots of metal, and I've got an S5 signal. And going back in, let's see. I have to dekey. Bear with me. I'll soon tell you, but you won't hear it because it's on headphones. There we go. Quite noisy. And barely discernible. Perfect. As I was expecting from this. So I expect better from my stereo on my car, which I'll be testing off camera later on. Okay, so I think it's now time I caught you back at the flat.
Okay guys, I've returned home. So I've had a bit of a walk around. I got about S5 at the minimum on this thing when I was walking around, even outside the pet shop and the pound shop on Prince's Gate, as there's obviously metal buildings, and metal and radio waves aren't the best of friends. Obviously, as you're aware, I've lost the actual knob from the volume control for this. Well, when I say lost, it's kind of disintegrated itself and fell off. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a scrap basically, Intec H520 Plus. Say scrap because it doesn't actually work properly. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put the knob from that onto here. That way that should sort the problem. But I was guessing on transmit from this back to here, at some of the harder, more difficult points I was getting some impulse noise. But bearing in mind I'm also on a short antenna as well, so that's not ideal. If I was on my bigger antenna, on my car, it might have helped. So I'm going to, off camera, do some tests on my car antenna, and I'm going to put those in the video description as well. So that'll be probably while I'm at work tonight, because I do get to get a bit out and about, say as far as Brompton-on-Swale and Richmond, which is going to be the two most distant points. So all I can say is that it's doing its job, although I have had to turn the squelch on the TCB 550 quite hard, so it's might not break the squelch in some places as I'd like. So there's nothing I can do about that right now, because there's noise, and that's an unfortunate problem of the 11 metre band. And the antenna is performing as it should. So is the radio getting hot? Short answer to that, not really. I've just checked the radio's temperature, it's not even batting an eyelid. So that's good to know. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to just keep testing this thing out, including when I go to work, which is apparently at 6 o'clock tonight, which is the worst possible time I could be going to work. Yeah, I've not been getting too many hours there lately, which is a bit annoying, but there's nothing I can do about that. So think I'm covered for the CB to Zello gateway. It's gone on the air and it's had a brief test. Longer range test will probably come at a later date for the channel, but in the meantime I'm going to test it as it is now off camera, and then I'll put some results in, because I'll be using my Thunderpole T-3000 to do that, and I'll put the results in the description of the video. So, this is Paul, Mike 0, Whiskey November uniform, or if you catch me on 11 metres and PMR 446, it's 26 Charlie Tango 730. Stay safe, make sure to look out for yourself and others, just watch for the virus, the usual, and hopefully I can work you on the air sometime very soon. And with this nice weather, I'm hoping, like I say, if it's like this on, well, it's tomorrow actually, on the day of filming. Today is the 26th of May, so we took the day of filming will be tomorrow. I hope to get the PNI Escort HP 7120 out and on the air, so that'll be something interesting, and we'll see how it works. And yeah, I haven't quite decided where I'm going to go yet, but I am going to go to some high ground, and I'm going to see how it fares. So, with 7.3s for now, guys. Don't forget to stay safe.
Don't forget, you can subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to be notified of new videos as I upload them. 73s from Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform, or 26 Charlie Tango 730 on 11 metres and PMR 446.